This is Friday morning, and I received an email from Dave this morning. I'd like to read it to you. Carrie, you provide a great service to investors, the tribe, and your videos are very useful. However, I have a little concern when I see you announce a buy of Tesla at 405, but no reference to a possible stop, if any. But out of the blue today, you are only 50% invested. What did you get rid of and when? I know you are a genuine person. However, to maintain absolute credibility with the tribe, complete transparency is necessary. Please understand this is not a criticism, simply expression of my concern to ensure the success of your goals. Regards, Dave. Initially, when I read that, I was a bit set back. That how dare him expect me to provide him with every move that I make in the stock market. It's not like he's paying me $500 a month to have an insight into what I'm doing. Come on. Does anybody else do that for you? And then I kind of settled down and I thought, well, you did make a commitment to build a tribe and help these people become better investors. So are you going to live up to the commitment or aren't you? You know, you did it, Gary. Dave didn't do it. He didn't put it out there. You did. So what are you going to do about it? Well, I guess I'm going to have to become transparent about my portfolio and what I own and how I'm going to manage it. So this video is going to be about my investment plan for September the 21st through December the 30th, 2020. So what I'm going to do right now is tell you exactly what I intend to do based on today. And as I said, the market I thought would go up a little this morning, but it'll end the day in the red, and it looks like that's what's going to happen. First of all, I'm going to watch the market every day, and I'm going to make decisions every day. Whether I let you know specifically when I do something is a little difficult. It takes time to make this video. It takes time to edit it and get it out. So it usually is running about 24 hours late. So I've made a decision that I'm going to use Twitter more often. I'm not a good typist. I'm not a good, as you know, my grammar isn't all that well and my spelling isn't all that well. So I'll probably lean my Twitters towards videos. They allow you to make something, I think, like a minute video. And that's enough. So I will try every day the market is open, or every day I have a thought that I think you might be interested in. I will go on Twitter, Dave, to be as transparent as I can. You can find the link to my Twitter account down in the description below. So if you don't get something in a video and you are not seeing my Twitter account every day, it's not my fault. It's yours. Okay? So I'll commit to that. I'm going to read the Wall Street Journal every day, and I'm going to continue to scan the news services that I subscribe to every day, and I'll continue to send you a newsletter every day that the market is open. So that's my commitment to you. It's quite a bit of time that I'm committing to you. And I'm not asking you to reciprocate with enough time. But I would ask you to help me grow my channel. If you have not gotten at least 10 to 100 additional people to subscribe to my channel, then you don't deserve what I'm doing for you. Is that fair? I hope you think it is, because that's what I expect in return. So what am I going to be educating myself on your behalf every day? Bankruptcies, bank failures, airlines and cruise industry. I think they are the pulse of what's going to happen on the downside of our economy. I personally believe the airlines will be nationalized. In the cruise ships, I don't know what they're going to do. Hotels and restaurants, I think they're going to suffer until we get this coronavirus taken care of. And I don't see how the general economy can continue to grow until that is taken care of. Commercial and residential real estate. Again, I think residential real estate, which I'm involved in, is probably fine because for the most part, the people who are buying and selling homes have some assets, and in many cases, they're downsizing. Sure, the millennials are wanting to move into their first homes, and if they're in the service industry, that's going to hurt the residential. At the same time, I think the commercial real estate market is going to suffer, particularly in the major cities, as companies move away and make decisions to locate themselves in less populated, less expensive communities so that their employees can have a better life. So I believe that the large metropolitan office buildings are going to have trouble, as I do the small office buildings, as more and more people move to in-home working. I'm going to watch very closely China relations. I see what a repeat of the Cold War with Russia, but we worried then about weapons and missiles and atom bombs and all kinds of warfare. With China now, the Cold War is heating up over cybersecurity. Is that realistic? When I saw President Trump say, I'm fearful for the TikTok having the data on American citizens for our national security, I thought, what the heck is he talking about? It's people dancing on and doing silly things. But then I got to thinking, if I went on TikTok and I entered through Google or through my email address or whatever, would that potentially give TikTok, which then goes to China, access to my bank account, to my E-Trade account, to any financial accounts that I have? I don't know. But if they did, could that threaten our national security? I suspect it could. So maybe that's not all out in the left field. So I need to learn about that. I need to understand better. Is this something that is necessary? Or is it something that's blown up and we're creating another Cold War? I don't know. So I'm going to read the Wall Street Journal and I'm going to scour my news sources to educate myself in this very critical area. I'm going to watch closely the presidential election and try to come to some realistic, unbiased conclusion. What happens if Donald Trump is reelected? What happens if Joe Biden is elected? I see all kinds of propaganda, but I need to educate myself on their tax plans, on their plans towards the economy so that I can make an informed decision. I probably will not be sharing that decision with you because I do not want to make this a political channel. I'm also going to watch very closely and read the Wall Street Journal and my other news sources relative to the pandemic and its ultimate vaccine. Not only understanding when the vaccine will come, but when the vaccine will make a difference. I understand, and how many of you will take it. I mean, if less than 50% of the population takes the vaccine, we may as well not have the vaccine. So I have to be astute on that in order to make good financial decisions. That's my commitment to you. If between now and December the 30th, the market rallies or it crashes, my number one objective is to control my roommate. That is, the roommate who lives in my head who tells me buy or sell, get out, get in, and causes me to break from my plan. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about the person that you have 90% of your conversations in life with, the person who lives in your head, the person that has been manufactured as a result of your prior life, probably within the first 14 years of your life. And I know that because I went through an exercise of determining who that roommate was and why they were there and why they behaved the way they did. I then got rid of that negative speak and replaced it with a positive speak. I write about that in my book. Who are you? Why are you you? Once you can get rid of that roommate, once you can get rid of and have only positive thinking like I do now, you can control your life. And until you do that, you have no business investing in the stock market. You can get a link to this book in the description. I will continue to write my market letter every morning to you where I share what I'm doing. Now that is a 1 minute capsule of what I'm doing. If you want to have access to more timely information, you need to subscribe, as I said, to my Twitter channel, where I'm going to put out short videos of what I'm thinking about, what I'm contemplating doing, and what I'm doing. I will continue to make a tribe video on YouTube every day, as long as I can. I also promise to buy no shiny objects, none of these flashy little new stocks that are coming out, because I think they are going to be the victims of the crash. They are going to be the companies that have no cash, have no reserves, do not have a business plan that can sustain the crash that we're going to suffer. As I said, there are going to be bankruptcies, there's going to be bank failures, there's going to be a change and a reset in our economy. I will continue to hold the stocks that I have, and here they are, Dave. I have 18% in Apple. I have 16% of my holdings in Amazon. I have 22% of my holdings in Facebook. I have 8% of my holdings in Google, 11% in Microsoft, 4% in Square, and 21% in Tesla. That's what I hold today after I liquidate it, and the other 50% is in cash. I'll add to these positions should they enter the channel that they were in prior to the crash of March. What I'm saying is, prior to the March crash relative to the pandemic, all of these stocks were trading in a channel. They then spiked out of that channel, and I'm waiting to see if they're going to come back into that channel. Historically, they will. This is not history. This is the future. So I don't know that they will. That is why I'm 50% cash. That is why I own these 7 stocks and none other. And until this whole thing settles, I do not see at this time me buying any other stocks other than potentially adding to my positions in them. What I am doing is building the portfolio of the future, the portfolio that I want to carry as the future comes roaring at me after this pandemic is done. The companies that I think that are going to take us into the fourth revolution, the companies that are going to take advantage of 5G that is coming, the companies that are going to be the leaders in 3D printing, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, all the things that are going to change the way we live. I believe I own them. I believe at this point that I will be able to buy them at a better price as they come down back into that historic trading channel that they have been in for the years, only to exceed out of it as a result of the pandemic. That's my transparency, Dave. If you want minute to minute, as I said, go to my Twitter channel. That's where I'm going to be throwing videos out as to what I'm thinking. If I'm going to put any more stop losses in, that's where you go. Then go to Best of Us Investors, join the tribe, and then you'll find a link there to the village, which is called a Discord, where we offer additional benefits to our tribe members.